Yeah, go on.
Because it's
Artist
like a
development.
conclusion as well.
Yeah.
Everything that I wanted to do in my music had to give.
Yeah.
So even when I thought of my business plan and I thought of the venture, I said I can't create something that takes.
Yeah.
Everybody's creating something that just takes from people. Yeah, they're either selling something that's destroying the body, they're either selling something that's making people addicted. They either, do you get what I'm saying?
It's true, bro.
So I'm like, my conscience, the way it works, if I'm gonna have a business and use my music, it has to give, right? And that was one of the reasons I wanted to be able to teach the next artist what they have to do and how it goes. You get me? Be that mentor. It's not hard. You get me? They say that our labels no longer do artist development because they don't want to spend the money, but it doesn't mean it's not important. You see what I'm saying? And people can misconstrue this stuff. They'll think, oh, labels don't spend money on that no more, so it must mean it's not important. But the same way labels don't spend money on artist development no more is why we have so many random artists doing anything, bro. Doing random shit. I'm just keeping it 100. There's no disrespect to no one.
Bro.
But when artists were being developed, we got given a good product. That's the Beyonce you're seeing today. That's the Usher. Even Chris Brown. Chris Brown is like the last of that developed artist.
These Justin Biebers,
Yeah.
all of these. But it's actually, you know what? You said I've never looked at it that way, you know?
true.
I'm one of them niggas that a lot of time I complain about this dumb music that's being
no
made.
development.
Again, we're not old people, but we can differentiate the difference between shit music, garbage,
100.
versus good music. Because us 90 Babies, we were the last ones to come from
course,
good music. So, yeah,
Man,
artist development. Artist
it's
development.
needed.
Yeah.
And you see, and look, even as a Chris Brown, the last, now today, when you said about that free will and too much choice,
Yeah.
you've got an artist doing everything. Even me, it gives me a headache, bro. I wish I had someone that could just deal with certain things. I wish I could. I think it's crazy that they think this is normal, that an artist have to do all of this, and people advise artists to do this. Sitting here, you're telling a man that makes music, yeah, boy, you need to start getting your promo game up, you know, and you need to start, what's your audience? What's your marketing?
Yeah, that's actually true.
I just write music. Yeah, I went to go learn this stuff because it became too much.
Yeah.
But it's nothing normal about that. You see the artists that are thriving, they stay focused on being an artist while somebody is helping with the rest.
Yeah, it's true.
But you're finding now a lot of people having to do it themselves, which also causes an effect of a lot of random artists, bro. A lot of people, because they saw him do it like that by himself, put his camera on the ring cam, I can do it. Then it's like a weird thing because you're not talented, whoever that individual may be. You get me? But you're taking elements from what you think is easy. As I'm gonna do this music thing.
If we like, you see who's before, yeah, because sometimes I used to be a bit wild when I first started this. I just used to say shit exactly how it was, yeah. And over the years, yeah, I've got to, find different ways to articulate some of this shit, yeah. So basically, like, who's to blame, yeah? Not even who's to blame, yeah. You know when you've got a shit artist, yeah, but he's got clout on social media, he's got the numbers, and some people want to really fuck with him, versus good artists who might not really have the clout or might not really get the good numbers, and people don't really want to fuck with them because these days people go with one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, but at the same time I get it, where it's like, like what's that saying when people say basically it's like along the words of if somebody's got the numbers and if somebody's got the clout, then of course we have to mess with it or go with it. You get me? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think, to me, it is the labels. The labels just that pump money into whatever they think is supposed to blow.
Yeah.
And I think it's very backwards of them as well, because sometimes it's like the labels act like the fans. You get it? In the sense of, if the fans think Afrobeat is hot, they're going to tell every artist they should make an Afrobeat track.
Yeah.
Travis, why don't you do an Afrobeat track? That's popping right now. Yeah, so and labels do the same thing, which is crazy because you lot are the ones funding.
Yeah.
So whatever you lot say is gonna pop is gonna pop. But they're following, oh, you know what? This Afrobeat artist killed it. Let's just do another one. Yeah. Let's just do another one. Let's just do another one.
True.
Do you get it? Now we're saturated with Afrobeat. Not to say it's bad. It's like there's no room for anything else. If it's drill, same thing. Oh, yeah, Central C blew off. Let's try and make another one. It's like, and they've got the funds to just pump that, you get it, and make us all believe that this is the it sound. Bruv, the same way I'm sitting in 2024 and someone's like, why don't you try and make an Afrobeat track? I remember being in 20-something when someone said, why don't you try Funky House? Imagine if I followed all these people, bruh. Like, just imagine if I followed all these people. There wouldn't be no Planet X.
Yeah.
You get me? And some of the artists, to me personally, again, no names, but I know who I got in my head. Some of the artists that did those things, I don't know where they are today. That 1 minute I saw them doing R&B, then because Funky House was hot, they went, then one Funky House tune, they might have gone off, then, oh, this is hot, they've gone. A lot of those artists, to me, I do not see them. They might get homage because they did that.
Yeah.
You get it? But what happened?
But in terms of relevance,
Yeah,
they're not really relevant.
Do you get
anymore.
me? That's why I'm like, imagine if I listen to all of this. I don't mind making a little I'm a piano tune if you're using my vocals to add to it. But don't get me making piano. Don't get me doing Afrobeats I'm not an Afrobeat artist.
Yeah.
I can barely speak my language, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
I completely
I'm not
get
Afro, so don't just start me. But if we want to do one today and say, Shan, add some vocals to this, I'm all for that.
Just
You start trying to dress me up like Wizkid, or you start trying to think you're gonna upset me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, I completely understand. Just literally one or two more questions before we go, yeah? So even like going back to you overall, like, you know, like with your music career, you know, like you've made some really, really great songs. Honestly, if I was in America, I would say you made some really great records.
Thank you.
Yeah? You get what I'm trying to say? And I know, and a lot of people don't know, like, you know, you're just getting started. Like, through the conversation, we can tell, like, you know, the growth through, obviously, like, through what you've experienced through the game.
Seriously,
and
respect.
through
I
even
love
your
that.
real life. Oh, good, bro. And it's like, moving forward, even for me, I'm just, honestly, bro, just looking at you, I'm excited to hear
bless you.
what, you know, like the music you're going to drop even more moving forward. And I'm going to ask this question, and once again, sometimes I ask questions that I feel like other people also looking at you who rate you as well would just, you know, like privately in their heads would ask themselves like, why this? So it's like, overall, like, obviously we spoke about the music industry and other things. In a nutshell, yeah, why do you think your music hasn't connected with a bigger audience in general?
100%. Investment. I've got to a place I really understand. I mean, I've always had a gist of that. The entertainment industry is what you put in is what you get back. But this time I really understand the concept.
Okay.
You understand? Hence why I went away to work and put things together.
Yeah.
When I understood that, I said, there's no point of playing catch up. There's no point of being behind myself. Yeah. And I don't have funds for this, and and I'm trying to be with my son on one day, but money's good. Yeah. I was too much. That's why I chose to just say, chill, don't do no music, don't do nothing, work, save your money, right? Because I got to a place where I literally said, I have to invest in this.
Yeah.
And 2020 was the first time I saw it play out. So I put out an EP called Remedy, which was like a slow jam thing, straight R&B, right? And my boy Jay showed me the steps, how to do it all, just where to put my money in it, and boom, boom. I watched my stream go up. I watched my views go up.
Yeah.
My subscribers go up. Do you get me? Then I started to understand that, it's a formula. And you don't do it once. You have to keep doing it. You have to keep investing. You have to keep throwing money in it, at it. Then one day, as people say, and that one day is not magical. So you see people that don't know music, they'll say, trust me, bro, just keep going. One day you just bust.
How many times have we heard that?
Bro, but that one day is not magical. It's one day from you constantly putting.
Plugging away,
Then it's like one day it will go off.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So that's what now I believe why it didn't reach the heights it should have. I was just focused on creating.
Yeah.
You see, if I did a tune with you and you mixed it and you're ready to shoot a video, I wouldn't even ask you questions on how you mixed it, who's shooting it. I'm just tell me what day.
Yeah.
I was just focused on that. And I'll turn up happy, there's juice. I'm on the track. I got an outfit for the track. I'm just happy to play the role.
Yeah.
Never ask no questions.
Yeah.
Now I sat in there when I created my own Spotify, created that, it all made sense. You get me? But that 2020, my friend Jay literally showed me how it worked. And it was so well at one point. There was a season that I was making at least like £8 a week off of streams. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember like at the end of the month, bro, I would have like a good pinky. And that was a big achievement.
Of course.
Like I'd never seen a penny.
Yeah.
And that was the highlight. So those were the things that said, you continue this method, it can only climb.
It can only get.
So I only had so I got a chance to see it at a glimpse and say, okay, I know what I have to do now.
Yeah.
That was like one of those moments. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. And my friend Jay, who showed me this life, he made me look at other people that I worked with, like, how come you never told me about this?
But you think those people knew and they didn't tell you, or they just didn't know any better?
Because the first time I opened the Spotify and I typed my name in, bro, songs from 2009, bro, that I just never, like I said, I never asked questions.
Yeah.
I was just happy to be here.
Okay.
Do you get it?
And people have made money off you over the years.
Do you understand? So that's why it made me look at, after my friend taught me this, I looked back like, rah.
Yeah. Why didn't you?
You man knew this all this time because you're putting the music out.
Yeah.
But no one, but you'll call me for that studio and say, yeah, come here.
That's it. Yeah, you know what? Because obviously I'm not an artist, and you, once again, you putting it that way, again, it just opens another door for me that I've never obviously been into. Now it's like I see even another reason why some people, some people get held back and some people don't do certain things.
People don't like to franchise. That's why there'll be a guy like yourself might be working with someone filming, and this assistant of yours could be sick at what he does, but you'll never encourage him to create his own channel. Do you see what I'm saying? And then one day he's gonna learn these things and then look at you, think, right, you just had me out here doing bad things for you.
Yeah, you didn't.
That's what happens.
Show me different ways that I could grow my thing even more. Yeah.
And they'll come across people that's gonna say, do you know what this is? And they'll say, nah, just film. No, man, because the footage you make are dope. You don't always have to do it for my guy, You can create your own thing. But the person who originally had him, which was you, it's just an example.
Yeah.
You could have started a franchise.
True.
But you're thinking of yourself.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah, bring me that footage, innit? Yeah, go do that for me. Bring me that footage. All the time, that's what you care. Just him bringing you the footage. You don't want to teach this young man how he can make this into his real living. And I don't have to keep paying you for your time. You get it? You can start creating your own money now.
Yeah.
You get me? I've been under managements that couldn't even do that. And your aim is to get me money. You
know when I'm properly listening to how crazy that sounds? Let me throw in like a reality question in general before we conclude, Bro, like you see like in this life, like one of the reasons why I named my platform Reality Team TV, is the first word, bro, reality. And in the real life, some of the things, obviously not to get too dark in this towards the end of this conversation, we're all gonna die one day, right? Yeah. And one thing that I always have to, sometimes, like privately, even on camera, just ask certain people who have been through a certain, like a very, very interesting journey, right? After, obviously we've heard, your journey, you've shared quite a few things with us, which we're grateful for. And I just want to ask you this question, bro, how often do you think about, because obviously sometimes we can get caught up, like trying to do whatever we're trying to do, fix certain things or whatever, but it's like sometimes we forget that we're gonna die one day, bro.
100.
You understand?
100%.
Sometimes we forget that, and this is the key here, Sometimes we forget that it could be at any day, it could be any second, it could be any time,
Thanks.
Like how often do you think about death? And you see, like in terms of everything that you're trying to do, do you sometimes like think, you know what, bro? Let me try to not overthink things. Let me just try to do what I can, but at the same time, try to enjoy this journey because life is too short. I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow or next week or whatever. You get me?
I had to learn that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of them things I really had to figure out. I suffered with anxiety before, you know what I'm saying? So I always lived in the future.
Yeah.
I always was thinking about what's next for me. And I was just not thinking. And it's so bad that I've forgotten moments in life just because of that. A moment that was supposed to be enjoyed. I don't remember nothing about it because while I was there, I was thinking somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Not long ago, someone I knew was diagnosed with cancer. And but they're still here though. Yeah, that's good. God willing. And they were told a time frame. This is the craziest thing.
But actually got told a time
frame. They got told a time frame. I can't remember, it was somewhere below 6 months or so. But the way they were moving, I'm talking, they were trying to shoot every video they could shoot. They were trying to see everybody they could see. They were on a high, like I gotta do it all, right? And I remember looking at him one day, I'm thinking, right, we all take life for granted, you know. I said, how many of us would behave like this if someone told you the day you're gonna die? But yeah, that day could be today. But what will you do? You'll say you'll do it tomorrow. I'll go see that person tomorrow. Do you understand? I learned that with my man. I learned that with one of my good friends, Sonny Black, R.I.P. He passed away. Good couple years now. Before he passed away, he was getting on to me about linking up. Bro, let's link up, blood. Yeah, nah, but I'm living in South with my ex-missus at the time, and my head is just there in that world.
Yeah.
You get me? And we're going through things. There's certain things that's happening, and I'm just stuck in that reality of like, I gotta fix my house. Oh my man. These times my friend is just there like, yo, let's link up. Yeah. And he was, before he passed, he was so happy. I remember looking at his snap, thinking, just seeing that difference.
Yeah.
Like, he's just happy, man. Rah, Sonny's just a happy lady. I'm happy for him. Then I got the news. I sat in my kitchen, man. I sat on the floor, bro. And all I could think, until this day, I even told this to man when the time got. Until this day, I can't help but brush that he kept saying, let's link up.
Yeah.
And I wish I did. I wish I did that last time. Do you get what I'm saying? So now, yeah, I think about life in that level. I really do sit and think, bro, let's just do it. Same way I said to you about today. That's all my new way of thinking.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I sat and I thought, oh, this weekend you just got... Then I'm like, let's just do it, bro.
Yeah.
Otherwise, another thing, another obstacle, and another...
Like you said with us earlier as well, like what you said earlier with this conversation in terms of like if we said next week something would have happened, like earlier what you said.
And then who in the Bible it says death is promised, you know. So who's telling me and you will live till next Friday?
Yeah.
We just want to believe our own.
Yeah, isn't it crazy though? Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Isn't it crazy though how one of the most guaranteed things that's gonna happen to and everybody, each of us, like on this planet, it's like it's one of the most frequent things that, for whatever reason, we put off quite often.
But it's motivation.
Isn't that crazy?
But it's motivation in so many ways. That's why I don't even like. I don't even like when I'm talking about something to do that. When someone goes, "Oh, let's change the subject, though," because I don't. Really... I think, bro, come off that, bro.
Yeah, even that as well. Yeah.
Do you get it? Come off that. About what do you think that's gonna change? Nobody dying. People are gonna die, bro.
Regardless.
Do you understand? My point is, when you understand that concept, you treat people accordingly. You will go for your goals accordingly. You will enjoy moments accordingly. You will stop worrying. You get it? Because when you actually die, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
So while you're here, what the fuck are you worrying about? But again, I had to learn that. I'm someone with a lot of trauma and stuff. I didn't just get this stuff. I know I speak it well. Yeah. But I had to take time to really understand and analyze myself. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? I try to make every encounter with me a blessed one to anyone. And there's people, a lot of people like us, that's like that. You know what I mean? Even if I just met you for 5 minutes, you know, you're going to walk away saying, that guy, man. Yeah. And I do it all the time. I work in retail, bro. I get online reviews. I get people constantly come and say, so what's your name? Yeah. Thank you so much. Do you get it? Because I'm like, bro, I'm only here a short time.
Yeah.
And that specific customer was probably an asshole to me before. And in the end, they took him out, thank you.
Yeah. If all of us know, we're going to die one day, like maybe before we conclude, let's give some people a little bit of game, then why do some people still, like I said there, why do people still like go through life? You know, obviously sometimes you can't help, like, you know, to stress about certain things. But if all of us know, regardless of how rich we're going to get, how much money we're going to get, all of these things, that how much we might, you know, succeed in what we're trying to chase and all of these things, if everybody knows you cannot take it to the grave with you, and literally you could make your first million today and you could die tomorrow, like if all of us know that there's literally a likelihood of that happening to any of us at any given time, then why do certain people still take life too serious too often? Because like I said, sometimes you have to take life too seriously, but I feel like even I'm a victim of that, by the way, as well, and it's like, why do we, like, more often than ever, like, why do we still, like, you know, have this thing rather than just taking a deep breath and looking at the bigger picture and moving forward day by day, knowing that, you know what, let's just try to make the most out of this before the lights out, before the lights go out.
I think my personal opinion is conditioning and so it's the conditioning and the overwhelming pushing the agenda of fear when you spend a lot of time scaring people so much about jail or death, if you do this, you go to prison. If you do this, you're gonna die. If you do this, boom, boom, you do it, then people then eventually just switch off to it, become delusional. It's almost like I'd rather pretend it doesn't exist. You've pushed me to that point. Like I don't want to think about it anymore. You get like,
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's why you get some people say, let's change the subject,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I don't want to think about it anymore.
If you talk about death too much, it's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, I understand.
Even if you don't talk about it, mate,
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna fucking happen.
So
yeah,
you understand? That's what I think. Conditioning and that overwhelming push of fear will end up just making people say, I'd rather close my eyes. Hence why they're saying ignorance is bliss exists.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's that's a mad way. Before we go, I just want to say, bro, this has been worth the wait, man.
I'm proper glad I came.
You get me? And I hope next time, for part 2, part 3 and other parts to just, like sit down. It doesn't take this long, but bro, like before we go, I just want to say, you get me, like Happy Father's Day.
You as well,
you
man.
get me? Thank
Come
you.
on, bro.
You got little man there, and it's been a beautiful conversation, bro. It's always
cheers.
beautiful catching up with you, and especially today, bro. It's been really, really good, and I feel like the man behind the music, like a lot of these conversations, bro. One of the main aims why I have them is, regardless of what people do, music or whatever, I just want people to, like to get to know even more, like in a different way. Who's that person behind the music? Who's the human being? You get me, bro? Who's the human being? So whoever's gonna watch this conversation, hopefully they've learned something new about Chany, and they understand you a lot more to a certain degree, you get me? And like I said, bro, let's look forward to more beautiful music. God bless you. God bless yourself. And we'll catch up soon again, yeah? Come on, bro. Reality Team TV.
Yeah, bro.
We're back. Chany, God bless you, man.
Good, man.
Continue killing it.
The sofa, bro.
Come on.
I've been seeing it from my screen for time. Bro.
Yeah. Now, God bless you, bro.
God bless,
my brother,
man.
God bless you.
Come
and,
on, man.
link up again soon, yeah?
Come on, bro.
Peace and love, my bro, yeah?
You know what I mean?
Each and every time.
This one, I know
Come
you're swinging.